FlossTube. Coffee, wine, and stitching time is here. It is Janelle. I'm Janelle with Coffee, Wine, and Stitching Time. And today is November 4th. It is a Saturday. And I am playing hooky from all of the work that I'm supposed to be doing around my house right now. I should be cleaning and doing all the adulty things. But I decided no, I want to do something with my cross stitch and floss tube and all that stuff. So that's why I'm here today right now coming at you, because I don't want to do anything else. And I figured, you know what? I had a plan to come back on the night of Halloween or the 1st and kind of go through, wrap up all of my October stitching, go through all of my 13 stitches of Halloween that I did, and then also pull out all of my stitching focuses for November. And so I didn't do that. So I decided, you know what, let's do that right now. So I got everything pulled out here. I have my progress. I have just a teensy weensy bit of little haul, like really little. And yeah, I have been a busy girl. I've been going through and decluttering and getting rid of so many things, and I'm still doing it. I'm kind of like, I have everything that I'm going to keep, but there's still like a few things that I'm kind of going through and trying to determine and figure out where is this going to go? If I pull it out of here, am I going to have to make a great big mess to find what I want? So now I'm doing those little minuscule detail kind of things, like, okay, like the tubs of yarn up there. Like if I'm looking for something, am I going to know where to go look for it? And will I have to create a great big disaster again in order to find that one skein of yarn? So that's what I'm trying to like do and figure things out. I'll have next time I come on FlossTube, I'm gonna give it 2 weeks. Work's been really crazy, and it is open enrollment for the state of Minnesota, for all the citizens of Minnesota and stuff like that. So and I help support some of the systems that have that. So it's a pretty busy time for me. Start coming here from November 1st through January 15th. So I'm a tired girl. I put in some long hours already, but I am going to, it's gonna be a busy time. That's for sure. Need words. That's what, but so I was just gonna say and caught myself. Janelle, train of thought. What are you trying to say? I'm so off course. I don't even know what I wanted to say. I'm gonna take a drink of coffee and think about this for a second. I had to pull out my trick-or-treat mug one more time because I'm putting all the Halloween decorations away, and I'm gonna pull out all the turkey and the Thanksgiving and that kind of stuff. So one last time for my trick-or-treat mug for the year, and I figure it's fitting going through all of my 13 stitches of Halloween. So okay, so back on track. I'm gonna film today, and then I'll probably film in like 2 weeks or so, because that's I guess I'm kind of doing plans at the beginning, aren't I? It's kind of backwards, but whatever. By then I'll have some more progress, and within 2 weeks I should have all of my organizing and decluttering and all of that done. So I will have, I'm not sure what I have for before pictures, but I'll definitely have some after pictures for you, and maybe take a little tour of my little crafting areas. I'm starting to come up with the goals for 2024. I think I have maybe about 46-ish. 46 was the count I had before. I'm not sure what I have now. I hope it's not over 50 yarn projects. No, I'm sorry. It was around 46-ish cross stitch projects and around 26-ish yarn projects. I want to try to get down to, by the end of 2024, I want to be down to 25 total whips. I'm not saying I can't start anything, but I need to get my butt moving, because one of my problems is when I'm filming, I look straight at it. I have a little 4 cubicle shelf thing, and I have 2 big tubs, like the 2 tote things, or, fabric bins in there, and that's yarn stuff. And then the 2 top are my cross stitch projects that are lined and go like this, and they're in like year order, kind of like, January, Valentine's, Easter, spring, St. Patty's Day, summer, patriotic, throughout onto Christmas. So I have that, and I like to keep Q-snaps on all of my whips, but I think if I can get down to 25 things, I can go back to that like. I am going to get rid of that like and have a dislike for a year as my punishment for having way too many things. So I am going to go through, all of my projects are on Q-snaps. I'm going to take them all off. And so all of my projects will fit nicely in that container, because right now I have all my 13 stitches of Halloween, plus my whips there, plus my chickens and my sheep and my hay. All of those things don't fit on those 2 shelves. And I have a big stack. I mean, like, the stack is as big as me sitting here of the yarn projects that don't fit into the things down below. So if I can condense and get all of those things down, and 25 is just that's a goal. It might not happen, but I think 25 is going to be a good number for me to have enough space so that I can have everything in that shelf neatly and easily find it. And then I can get rid of all these big piles that are everywhere else. So that's kind of my goal. So like I said, 25 might not be the right number, but it's the right vicinity, I think, of the things that I can have. So I'm just trying to get things more in a manageable fashion so I'm not overwhelmed so much, because I feel like I've gotten way overwhelmed and just, I brought it all on myself. It is what it is. But I just need to come back and get focused a little bit more, and so that's what I'm doing. That's kind of my main focus for all this decluttering and going through everything, is getting back on track, decluttering, bringing my focus back to where it can be, and being happy and not look at something and be overwhelmed. That's my main focus. And then just know that everything's nice and neat. So if I do need to go clean my house, like I do need to now, I don't have to spend 3 hours picking up and organizing and putting things away, because if I have things how I want them in the end, it's going to be an everyday thing, and it's going to be attainable to keep it up. So I just have to keep the haul down, the purchasing. So I'm not putting a limit on my purchasing, but I am putting a limit on things that think twice about it and all that kind of stuff. I went through all of my patterns, and I don't know if you guys know, but I had patterns shoved everywhere up in those little cube areas, and it was just really, really messy. Well, I went through all of my patterns. I got through a bunch of duplicates, probably 1, 2, I'm air measuring. I don't know, is that maybe, what's the size of your head? I don't know, 5-6 inches. Stack of 5-6 inches of patterns that I got rid of, and a third of those were duplicates. So I just need to be more cognizant of what I have and not overdo it, and really give things a second look instead of like, oh, I like that, cute, click, add to cart. But really think about it before I actually confirm and check out, So there we are. There's all of my plans that I have basically already. The rest of my plans I'll go through as I'm going through the progress and that. I have, I'll talk about that in progress, because that's one of my things. Okay, here we go. So we're off. Let's start with the 13 stitches of Halloween and my progress and what I've made on all of them. Now, I am bad about I have been bad about posting on social media as well. So one of my things that I'm going to do since I'm done with this video, since I have everything out still, I am going to do my before and after shot, and I'm going to try to create, like, I don't know if it's called a reel or a short or what it is, but on Instagram, I'm going to do something on there. So it'll post on Instagram and Facebook, the befores and afters, like the starts and the finishes of where everything was at, with my projects, just for a little, like, maybe look back next year and see what I actually really did this year. But I'm really impressed with myself because I did 13 stitches of Halloween this year. Now, one of my stitches of Halloween that I had planned for the 13 did not get done in October, but I did work on it quite a bit this last week, or just the last couple days here. So I did not do it at all in October, but I know I have 923 stitches on it because I have a candy card from our Candyland game that I have a spooky card, I should say, that I have to have 1,000 stitches. And I counted my stitches last night before I went to bed, and I had 923 stitches. So I have 77. Is that what it is? I thought it 925 minus the 3, or is it plus the 3? Hold on, let me look at my piece of paper. My math. 3, 6, 9. If I take 5 away from there, 23. Yep, 923 stitches. So that means I have 77 stitches that I have to do before 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, which I can totally do. So without further ado, let me show you that project. So this is not officially one of my 13 stitches of Halloween, but I'm adding it in because it is Halloweenish, very Halloween-esque. And I love it. But it was Fancy Lady Friday yesterday too, so I was able to work on it. And without me talking anymore on it, let me show you what it is. Oh my goodness, then I just messed up. Now I have to put it back together nice and neat. That's not going in there like I like it. Why? What's happening? What's happening in my life that I don't like? There we go. Okay. Nora Corbett, Electra. Okay, so the other day, Wednesday night, I had only the black done, and I did all of this green and all of the orange that you're seeing in here. So I'm cruising. And this is on a fabric flare, and it's called Speckled Hen. And I just love how it's looking. It is looking so great. I was very excited and very like, so good. I was really pumped to work on this because the last project I was working on before this, it kind of got me in a funk. The holes were super tiny and I was getting really frustrated with it and stuff like that. So I was kind of getting into a funk with it. So I was really happy to put it down and work on Electra. But look at that. Isn't she beautiful? Oh, she is so good. So plans tonight, I'll be doing 77 stitches on this. Tonight/tomorrow. Actually, it'll be tonight because tomorrow morning I'm going to Menards to look for lights for our garage and the grocery store. So that's my morning plans tomorrow. The majority of the rest of the stuff, except for one, I probably have shown you already, but I'm just gonna go through everything to have a nice full closure on 13 stitches of Halloween for this year. These 2 items, and I'm counting these each as one, so this is where I get my 1 and 2. These are from Craft Center of Fine Arts, Craft Gallery of Fine Arts. It's in Utah. And I bought these when we were there for Stitch West in 2022. And here they are. Mind Your Mummy and The Witch's Inn. And these were kits that I got. And it has this gauze wrapping for it and the perforated paper and the buttons. It has everything you need in there. So this is my 1 and 2 13 stitches of Halloween. I love them. They turned out so good. And I've actually been displaying them already in my house, so they're gonna go away for Halloween as well. This was, I think this might have been like one of the first ones I did. This one was 6 characters of Halloween, Cory Betta Cory. Here's an up close of it. And I was working on the witch. And when I started this, I only had, let's see, I had the outline done, the hair, and the green face. So for my 13 stitches of Halloween that I did for this one, oh, I'm sorry. I meant to say these were starts and finishes. So I did have 2 full finishes out of all this. So that makes me pretty happy. So I did the black here, and then I did the black all along here. So that is what I did for my 13 stitches of Halloween, for my 6 characters of Halloween, Cory Betta Cory. So that's 3 projects for stitching. Okay, that one's ready to go back on the shelf. All right, then the next one I have here is, okay, this was a new start, and this is Hello Halloween from Teresa Kogut. And this was a new start, and I started this. Oh, look, I have a pattern in there. Cool. This is a full yard of fabric that I have in this Q-snap, so it's kind of hard to pull that out and dig it out. Okay. So this is a start that I did with my friend Debbie, and we were working on this together, and there's a bunch of other people's doing this too. Sarah Memphis E, Bobby from Pumpkin Creek Primitives, I believe, is starting it. Leanne from Forbidden Fiber Co, I thought she was starting it. And I think there's a few more other people. Sarah Memphis E put a post out on Instagram about it with a hashtag. And if I can find the hashtag, I'll throw it in here. But I should find the hashtag because I need to put it on my post. But in any case, I did get this started. And I started this on 20... Here it is. Grace Notes Fabric, Kenneth, 28 count Lugana. Now, I don't think that there's any half stitches or anything I'm gonna have to worry about on this. So I was already struggling a little bit. I have Kenneth. I have a half yard of Kenneth on 18 count from Grace Notes Fabric also. I think I'm gonna restart this on here just to ease my mind. I know it's not a huge, yeah, it's a big enough. Yeah, I'm gonna restart this. So that, so I didn't get very far with it, but I knew that I was having a hard time seeing in the light on it. So I decided, let's just wait. And then I did make that decision. Cause I'm probably gonna stitch that places where I might not have a whole lot of light around me. So I want to be a little bit more cognizant of that so that I can really work on that one. I want to work on it. So I'm going to restart that one. And then I'm going to have a full yard of 28 count Lugana Kenneth for something else that I can like split up into so many things. All right. The next one I have here is, this was Hocus Pocus. And this was a new start. So this is just a bunch of hocus pocus. And then I'm also contemplating incorporating life potions from Forbidden Fiber in it as well. But I want to do the first part first. And this was a restart. And oh my gosh, I think, oh yeah, now I remember. My restart was pretty sad. But I did frog out a bunch of stuff. This is on Sanderson by Forbidden Fiber Co. And right there is my restart. So now that I'm pulling these out, I'm a little embarrassed. But you know what? It is what it is. And we're just going to go on with life. And it's going to be there next year for us to work on. Or even this year. This next year. So... and that's already off of a Q-snap, so that's a bonus. Okay, the next one I have here. This is one of the bags I made with Debbie. Isn't that cute? Love it. This one is Trick or Trick by Forbidden Fiber Co. And here is the pattern of what it'll look like. And this is on Chosen 18 count from Forbidden Fiber Co. This was a kit. And this is where I'm at now. So I started with the moon. So that's how far I got on that one. You know, I'm not sure that I like the yellow. I mean, this yellow is super, like fluorescent yellow. This is really bright. And that's kind of why I stalled out on this one, because I just wasn't sure. And maybe it's because the fabric is so bright too. I don't know. I'm gonna keep going with it. And I'm gonna love it, I'm sure, in the end. But I am going to put this one away for a little bit because I do want to focus. I'm liking how I'm focusing on the seasonal ones instead of just random ones here and there. I'm liking how I'm doing that, so it's good for me. And then the ones where I have just a few seasonal ones, that means I can like substitute in like some miscellaneous non-seasonal kind of things in there as well. All right, the next one, and this is another bag that I made. This one is the Witchy Stitcher. This was a new start for me, and this is called Ghost Stories. So that is what it is. And this is the one that I really worked on a lot. I gotta make sure I didn't lose the needle completely here. And I made tracks on this little guy. The only thing I have left to do for him is fill in the rest of the white here and the white around here. I have his pink, it's hard to see, but I have his pink cheeks in, and the candle and the back stitching and all that. You know what, is there? Yeah, no, that's it. Just want to look and make sure. Yeah. So I have all that in, but I am going to fill in all these eyes with the parchment as well, just to make the eyes pop. So, but this is super fun. I was having a good time with this, but this is the one I think that kind of I got drained on because I was working on it so long. Oops, you know what I forgot to do? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave this one on the Q-snap because this is going to be a filler if I need a quick and easy fill-in project. Because I can totally see myself finishing that one this month. I don't have very many November projects, so. The next one I had picked out was the Witchy Stitcher Stephen King house. And when I had first started, the only thing I had was the black outline here around that orange carpet. And this is where I'm at now with it. I have that black outline, and I did a little bit more border around that black outline and filled in some more of the fun black. And this one I already have off the Q-snap as well, so another bonus. I think I might have been really good about taking these off of the Q-snap because I couldn't keep digging for my Q-snaps because they were everywhere. They're everywhere. Okay, the next one I have is Caterpillar Cross Stitch Touch of Magic, and this is a mystery sal that I was doing, and I failed on keeping up with it, but I am going to continue on. So what I did, I had Trick or Treat done already, and I've worked on the cat. I think I had like just a little bit of the cat there, and I did work on the cat. So that's a fun one. All right, the next one I have here is the Blackberry Rabbit, October 31st, 1693. When I had this done before, all I had was happy before. So what I did there is, on this one, and this is on the called for fabric, it's the newsprint, I did the circle all the way around. And everything connected as it was expected. So that means my count is on correctly. How much bonus can you get on that one, right? When your circles connect like that, a great big one, you know you counted right. It's perfect. All right, there's a Q-snap on this little guy, whatever it is. Oh, I might keep this one on the Q-snap too. Ah, this one is Hands-on Design Halloween Party, or Hands-on Design Costume Party sale. This was a sale that was done last Halloween, and I know I think this is the picture I was using to show what it looked like. And what I had done previously was just this little black part right here. I did all the rest of the black. I have a feeling there's quite a bit of stitching left on this one. So you know what? I am going to take this one off the Q-snap. Just because I want to keep with my punishment of, even though I like having them on the Q-snaps, I need to remove them from the Q-snaps if I'm not going to work on them, so that whatever is on my Q-snaps are the things to work on. Look at this little itsy bitsy baby weenie Q-snap. All right, next up we've got, this is the other thing I'm doing, is I'm kind of going through my bags and making sure all of my bags that I have are ones that I like for the sizes and all that. This one is from Luminous Fiber Arts, and this is Sneaky Spooky Spells. And when I had first started, I believe I had just the black, yeah, I had just the black outline, and I did the rest of the black that's inside there. All I have left on this is to finish the colors that are in there that are not black for that square. And I am going to do them all in one. You know what? I thought I was going to do them all in one piece. I might actually split them up. I don't know. We'll play that one by ear when we come back to it again later. And then the final one I have is from the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, and this is the Halloween wreath. And I had only printed out clue 1. And I do, you know what? Did I go through and print out the rest of it? maybe I did. No, I did not yet. But the only thing I had done on this one was the black bat, the little windows, and one of these bats. That's all I had. So I did make a lot of tracks on this one. So this one was pretty fun. Those are my 13 stitches of Halloween, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, that was all of them. So let's see. Progress. I brought this along with me. This was my pancetta, and I brought it with me to when I got my pedicure this last time, and I went to go knit on it, and I realized I was trying to figure out what row I was on. I realized everywhere I have the markers here for the, because I've got a section all the way around, a lot of them. I realized I did, when I switched over to this yarn that I'm on now, I did the wrong stitches in there. So I have to pull out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows and start those 5 rows over again. So we're having backwards progress on that. So that one didn't get any love, but it's gonna get a lot of love after I get it straightened out. And then for knitting, I was working on my clue from Forbidden Fiber. I got all of my papers in order. I stapled them so I can't lose my pattern. Thank you. And this is how far I got. Now I know it's not like a huge way, but I've been busy this week with work and going through and organizing everything. So, you know, I think last time I showed you, I was like maybe right down here. So I did get a little bit done. And I did see she put the answer out for the clue. I did have the wrong guess. I actually forgot to guess the first time. Nobody had the right guess, so she gave everyone a second chance. So the second time I had the wrong guess still. So yeah. And I saw this done when she posted everything, and it looks really cool. So I'm excited to work on this. So this is going to be a November focus for my knitting. That and my pancetta, those two together. So that's my yarn progress. So then stitching for November. I already talked about like what my, kind of my like main goals in life are. The items that I only have 3 fall specific items that I pulled out. So I did pull out another one as well, because I have a feeling I'm gonna not be able to just focus on these. First off, next weekend I'm going to Welcome Stitchery. On Friday, the 10th, in the town of Blue Earth in Minnesota, they're having some sort of a drink and stroll. I'm calling it drink and, or maybe sip and stroll or something like that event where all the stores have like, they're opened up, and I think it's kind of like the kickoff for the shopping season and everything. So Debbie and I are going down there on Friday, and then I'm going to my super loved best friend, for my longest friend, Lisa. She's getting married, and I'm so super excited for her, and I can't wait to see her and give her a great big hug. She's getting married on Saturday, and I get to be there. I'm so excited. I can't wait. So yes, I'm going down to Welcome Stitchery in Blue Earth, and then a wedding after all of that. So what I need to do, Debbie, who also is doing these same things, Debbie, kudos to you. We were working on this. This was in one of the Just Cross Stitch magazines. It was the October issue. And oh, I have it opened up to something else. Oh, I have another project in here. Oh, sweet. I have 4 fall projects. I forgot I had this project and then I thought I was just shoving this stuff in here. But this is the Blackwork Pumpkin. And she finished hers. So Debbie, I am so proud of you. I need to finish mine. So that's one of the things I'm going to try to work on this week so I can have it done so we can maybe get ours together. We can get our pumpkins together for a little photo shoot. I have the little dowels and everything there to go on that. And then the other thing I need to, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. I think I'm just going to frame it. I was going to make a little button cover for a button thing. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go find a couple buttons, sew those buttons on here, and then I'm just going to frame this and then bring this down to Welcome Stitchery with me when I go on Friday. So the organization changed a little bit on how I'm storing my buttons. So this isn't a good, my original thought for that isn't going to work anymore. Oh, and look, here's my eye patches, things that I was going to put on them, and all of that stuff. I get to clean this guy out. Nice. Okay, so the project that's actually in this bag for fall, this is also in the October issue of October 22 issue of Just Cross Stitch, and it's the Celtic Fall Trio. And I'm going to do the acorn. I've got all the floss and all the beads and everything on there. And I'm going to do it on, I have Lugana, 28 count Lugana mushroom that I'm going to use. And I have 2 different ones pulled out. I'm not sure why, but that's okay. We'll figure that out when I get that started. This is just going to be a fun bag to go through and clean out after I'm done with this FlossTube. So hopefully when I come back at you next time, I'll have a couple of finishes, some fun stories from going to Blue Earth, Welcome Stitchery, and seeing Justine and Shelly. I hope that's their names. I think it is. Oh my gosh. I haven't watched FlossTube forever, so I'm like totally blanking on who everybody is. So that's one of my focuses. Then the other one I have a couple more here. This one is my hands-on design, the philanthropic pumpkin. Sound it out. And this was my very, very, very first project on linen. And I started this at StitchCon in 2022 with Athena and Stacy, and there were other people there as well. But Athena was awesome and picked this up for me when, I can't remember if it was like Galleria or Nashville or where it was that she got this from. It was an exclusive design and an exclusive thing. And so she got that for me, and that is also the last time I actually worked on it. That is as far as I've gotten so far. So I am going to pull this out and I am going to work on the philanthropic pumpkin. And it's the whole kit. Everything's there. So that would be awesome if I could get a finish on that too. Not having so many projects to work on for my November stitching focus, I think I might be able to. Because I've got 1, 2, yeah. And then the other one that I have that is my other whip for fall Thanksgiving is Primrose Cottage Stitches Autumn Rules. And I am doing this on an opalescent. Let's see if I have the tag or information of what it's on. This one's been a while since I've worked on it. This is from Be Stitch Me, Vanilla Latte, 25 count opalescent. And this is as far as I've gotten on this one. So this one goes down to Give Thanks. So it's a little under a third of the way done, I believe. But I finished Hive Rules, and this is very similar. This is like the same size as Hive Rules, I believe. So I should be able to do this as well. So I'm excited. And I don't know if you guys can see the opalescent, but it really just makes it pop. I do love it. So there is that. So yeah, so I have Autumn Rules. I have my philanthropic pumpkin, and I have the acorn from just Cross Stitch Magazine, and then the 2 finishing things. So those are my main November focuses. I did pull out my birthday stitch from Autumn Lane Stitchery, Falling Leaves and Coffee Please. I guess I could call this a fall stitch as well, but this is my birthday stitch, and this is where I left off with it last. So my main goal for this one is always to have it done before my next birthday, so I give it a year. I think I might be able to attain that goal, so I can pull that out. And this is on Ada. This is a Be Stitch Me fabric, and the card is buried, totally buried, and I can't unbury it. There it is. It is macchiato, and it is 18 count macchiato. So being that the philanthropic pumpkin's on linen and my Autumn Rules is on Lugana, and the other one has beads and the other ones are finishes, and then I have an Ada project. So I have a nice variety of things to stitch on this month. And I feel like I have not an overwhelming number of things to stitch on. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do like the first of the month was I originally at the beginning of the year had planned my New Year, New Start. On my, the 30th of every month, I'm gonna work on my birthday stitch. The 7th of each month is Harry Potter. If I get on the Harry Potter chat, I'll pull something out and work on that. The 19th is the Pirates. So I don't know if I'm going to have all of those things that I'm going to continue and do for the rest of this year and next year. I don't know. We'll see. But I kind of feel like I'm liking the focus of the seasonal stitching instead. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 seasonal stitches, 2 finishes in here, and then I can fall back on my little ghost stories if I need something else different. So I have a good little variety of things to work on for November. And seeing what I got done in October with those 13 stitches of Halloween, I think I can make some good tracks on things, because I was all over the board and I was doing a lot of the decluttering and all of that. One of those nights, 3 of those nights I went through yarn. 2 of those nights I did fabric. I not only have just that drawer full of fabric, but I have that drawer full of fabric now too. And it is nicely, neatly organized by dyer and count. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy with it. My next big organization mess is, I gotta move the coffee, is floss. This box is full of miscellaneous floss drops, anything related to floss. And it's full. And there's stuff that fell out of it as well over there. So that's why in the next time I come at ya, I'm gonna shoot for the, let's see, the 15th would be the middle, but I think the 15th might be a little too soon. I'm gonna shoot for the weekend of the 18th, 19th, possibly. because by then I'll have all of my organization stuff done, and I'll find the nails and the hammer to hang up the things on the walls that I want to hang up, and go from there. So I think that'll be a good little thing. The 18th, 19th will be the next time I come back with my stitching progress, my progress from my update from my fun time away next weekend, and all that jazz. So with that, I'm just gonna start rambling and stumbling. But with that, I am going to sign off. Oh, Athena, Stitching Goddess Design, put up her Christmas shirts last night, and they're up for 2 weeks. Go check them out. They are so good. So good. Yes. You need to look and endeavor in some, if you're into stitching and you're into Christmas, I think you might find one you like. I know I did. Not just one. But all right. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day, night, evening, week, 2 weeks, and I will see you around the 18th-ish. So smile, sparkle, shine.